元気フローへようこそ。
Welcome back to 元気フロー. This is episode 41. Last episode you learned how to ask someone to do something T-form plus. ください. Please do this. Today the T-form gets its second job, and this one is everywhere. Think about the last few minutes of your day. Were you eating something? Were you waiting for something? Were you watching a video or reading? Whatever it was, Japanese has a way to say that. And it's built on the exact same T form you already know. Here's the pattern. Take your verb in T form, then add 言える right after it. That combination T form plus 言える means something is in progress right now. It's the Japanese progressive. The action is happening and it hasn't stopped. Let's start with the simplest possible example. The verb to eat is 食べる. Its T form is 食べて. Now add 言える The result is 食べている. I'm eating. Let's hear you say it.
食べている。
食べている. I'm eating. The 食べて does the same work it always does. It's the T form of to eat. And 言える at the end says this action is still going. It's not finished. It's in progress. Second example, the T form of 見える The watch to see is 向いて add 言える You get 見ている I'm watching. Let me give you a real one from the practice database, a full sentence you'd actually hear. Here's you.
弟はテレビを見ています。
弟はテレビを見ています。My younger brother is watching TV. Notice the form at the end. 見ています。That's 見ている In polite います style, the progressive pattern is still exactly the same T form plus 言える just dressed up for polite speech. For now, hear the shape. 見ています watching. Third example, the verb 待つ means to wait. Its T form is 待って add 言える待っている I'm waiting. The action started and it keeps going. You
待っている。
待っている I'm waiting. You can almost feel the state mid-action not done stretched out in time. That's exactly what ている does. One more from the practice database, and this one gets a little more specific. You
祖父は本を読んでいます。
祖父は本を読んでいます Grandfather is reading a book. 読む means to read. Its T form is 読んで same shape as 飲んで from the T form episode because the verb ends in then 言います at the end. That's 言える in polite form 読んでいます is reading right now in progress. Alright, so far we've looked at the progressive use: eating, watching, waiting, reading. Actions happening and still going. But I want to introduce you to something just a little different. Don't worry about mastering this yet, just hear it. Some verbs in Japanese use ている not for an action in progress but for a state that's settled in and stayed. The best example is 住む to live somewhere to reside. Its T form is 住んで add 言える than 住んでいる doesn't mean I am in the middle of living. It means I have settled and that settlement is ongoing. In plain English, I live there. Let's hear a real example. You
東京に住んでいます。
東京に住んでいます I live in Tokyo. It looks exactly like a progressive T form plus 言います but the meaning is a settled state, not an action happening right now, a condition that's ongoing. The other very common one is 知る to come to know something. Add a T form and 言える and you get 知っている I know, not I am in the middle of knowing, just I've come to know this and that knowing is sitting there, ongoing. Let's hear you.
知っている。
知っている I know, one of the most common expressions in Japanese, and it's ている form. Now here's what I want you to take away from this. Don't try to master which verbs are progressive and which are resultant state right now. That's a deeper conversation and we come back to it. Your job today is simpler. Recognize the form. When you hear ている or ています at the end of a verb, you know the T form is doing a job, either something's in progress or a state has settled in. Your ear can catch that shape even if your brain hasn't sorted the two uses yet. Alright, your turn to produce. Here's your prompt. How would you say I'm reading a book? You need the T form of 読む, which is 読んで, then 言える. The word for book is 本, and the particle を marks it as the object. Build the sentence and say it out loud.
本を読んでいる。
本を読んでいる. I'm reading a book. 本を is the object of book being acted on. 読んでいる closes it the T form of 読む plus 言える reading in progress right now. You built that. Let's recap what you've heard in this episode. The pattern ている takes a T form verb and adds 言える saying that something is ongoing. 食べている I'm eating. 見ている I'm watching. 待っている I'm waiting. And then the quieter second use. 住んでいる I live there. 知っている I know. The form is the same. The meaning shifts depending on the verb. We'll return to that distinction. But now you've heard both and your ear knows the shape. Next episode we look back. The T form unlock everything from episode 39-40 and today gets a full review. You'll drill all of it. It's a chance to see how far you've come since we opened that door. See you on 元気フロー。
頑張ってね。